Hello, good and faithful people of the Church of the Mediator. It's Father Dale. I am perched out here in one of my favorite spots, which is up on the fire escape. If you haven't been up here in a while and you want to climb the stairs, it's a little bit steep getting up here, but this is such a great view out over our beautiful West Park, which, as you know, was a vision of General Trexler. And I just saw a pretty cool photograph come across one of, I think it was a Facebook group on Allentown history of the park when it was first planted, and all these trees were little saplings before the Church of the Mediator even bought property out here at the corner of the park, and before my house was built, certainly this park was being planted and imagined, and now look how gorgeous it is, especially on days like today. This is Thursday, as you know, and it is just stunningly beautiful outside. Thanks be to God for creation. That is our theme, of course, as you know, as we move through Creation Tide, and our call as people of God to continue to be good stewards, to marvel at the mystery of creation and the wonder of it and the glory of it, and also give thanks to God and to recognize our call to be good caretakers of it. This is going to throw you back to catechism class. What is the sixth commandment? According to our numbering, the Anglican numbering of the commandments, what is the sixth commandment? I'll let you chew on that for a minute. Maybe open your Book of Common Prayer and number them down, count them down. But my announcements for this week. A reminder that Art in the Park is Saturday from 10 a.m. until 5 p.m. We are stocked up and ready for our concession stand. It's due to be an even larger event this year than what it was last year, which is awesome. It means we'll be doing a lot of hot dogs and hamburgers and drinks. We're stocked up. We're pretty well staffed up as far as our sign up. We could use a few more hands during the lunch rush from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. And we could always use more hands on the cleanup side of things from 4 p.m. until 6:30 p.m. If you're interested in signing up, please do. We've had a lot of generous donations, monetary donations, that help us offset the costs of our concession stand, so that all of our proceeds go directly to our budget, which is super and always necessary and needful. Thank you for all of that. Sunday, 9 a.m., and following the 9 a.m., we will have adult forum. I really hope you'll come out. I have invited, and we are honored to have Veronica Vostenak, who is the City of Allentown Sustainability Coordinator. She will be giving our adult forum a presentation and then conversation about Allentown's commitments to being a beautiful city, a green city, a city full of trees, as well as our sustainability ecologically. So please plan to come for Veronica's presentation. 1 p.m. on Sunday. Following that, we will have lunch and a time of learning. And then Monday is the Feast of the Holy Cross, and that we will celebrate with the Eucharist at noon on Monday the 15th. I want to put a plug in for Theology on Tap, which will be the following Saturday, not this Saturday, but the following Saturday, which is the 20th. And that will be at the West End Tap Room up on Tillman Street. We gather, it's unstructured conversation. It's like a forum where there's a teacher and learners. It's more of an unstructured conversation. And there's somebody driving their loud car with their loud muffler. That unstructured conversation for Theology on Tap this time wanted something theology and creation and ecology tied in. That conversation will be, what did I call this? Viruses, mosquitoes, and earthquakes. What do we do with the evils of God's good creation? So that might be an interesting conversation. I hope you might come out. You can have a beer, you can have a wine, you can have a water, an iced tea, you can have a whiskey, and you can also have a bite to eat. Their food is pretty good there. We just sit around, we have conversation, we laugh together, and we enjoy that conversation. My friends, what is the sixth commandment? You shall not commit murder. Think about this. I am awed in a not positive way by the level of conversation, the words on both sides being used of the political spectrum around the the killing of Charlie Kirk. And I'm sure that you all have a sense of where I stand on the political sphere, and you probably know that Charlie was not somebody that I followed. And I think we have to be very careful as Christian people in the world to recognize that even people we might consider very opposed to us, maybe even our enemies, that we proclaim, you shall not commit murder. And that means, and that starts, murder usually starts in the heart, actually. Premeditated murder for sure. Starts in the heart, starts with a sense that someone's life is not worth preserving. I think it's really important for us all to check where that murderous tendency comes from. And not that any of us is planning any murders anytime soon, I hope. I'm sure not. But I also wanted to talk about how interesting it is that the Christian tradition, Jesus, in fact, in the Gospels, takes it a step further. And he says that even to call your brother a fool is committing murder. And again, this is about Jesus getting at what starts in the heart, what starts in the mind, what starts in the inside of us, and then ends up festering and working its way out. His moral injunction, his moral teaching is that it's important to even watch our words, to even watch the concepts that we leverage in the way that we enact our thoughts in the world, because from them is where the bigger things start. So do not murder, right? That's so basic. That's so basic. It should be so basic for us, and yet somehow in our political discourse, we have gotten to a point where people can be like, oh yeah, that person should have been murdered. We need to pray, my friends. Pray for peace, pray for enlightenment, pray for God's grace, and pray that people come to better sense about how to be together in the world and to celebrate our diversity. Friends, that's all I got to say today. So, blessings. I will see you on Saturday for Art in the Park. Don't forget the choir is singing from 3:15 to 4:15 to 3:45. And I will see you on Sunday for the Eucharist and for Adult Forum.